Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. Chris Brown here with your TGIF edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com video update. We're going to start you with a story out of Leverage Park in Vancouver, where neighbors have been bombarding city leaders with emails over a growing homeless camp that has sprung up there. Our own Paul Valencia tagged along with councilors Bart Hanson and Sarah Fox as they met up with neighbors and toured the park.
Homeowners near Leverage Park in Vancouver have seen problems for months now. In the last month or so, those problems have escalated. Fed up, they contacted city council members. Bart Hanson and Sarah Fox met with those homeowners this week, and they were surprised and saddened at what they witnessed as they toured the area. Campsites have been set up in a parking lot, and they've spread out throughout the trail system. The neighbors reached out, and now the city says they will work to solve the problem.
Well, I'm taking a look here, and definitely my heart goes out to the folks that are homeless, but my heart also goes out to the neighbors in the area and some of the things that they've had to go through, and also this is going to lead to some environmental damage that's going to happen to the Burtbridge Creek Trail. This entire area is a critical zone and feeds into the Burtbridge Creek. This problem's not going to just go away, and when you take a look here, here's a abandoned tent, and as you can see inside, it's loaded with needles.
As part of the Emergency Operations Center, we met as a team this week to talk specifically about the Leverage Park encampment. We also weren't aware of how quickly and how many people have come to the site in the last month or two, so it kind of took us by surprise. But there is a plan. They're putting it together, all the final details. They said that they would send out those details tomorrow to council and then provide a presentation at Monday's meeting to really talk about the steps they're going to take to clean up the park.
All right, thanks for that report, Paul. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Well, in pandemic news, Clark County saw another 32 cases of COVID-19 added to the total today, bringing the number of new cases this week to 225. That's an increase of more than 20% over the same period last week. The total number of cases now stands at 3,298, with 163 cases currently considered active. 25 people are currently hospitalized with a confirmed case. Another 10 are in the hospital with a suspected case. Now, speaking of COVID-19, editor Ken Vance shared some of his views today on Clark County Today's role during the current pandemic. Here's Ken with more to explain.
Over the past 6 months, I've heard from many of you who have shared your thoughts with me about Clark County Today's role during the COVID-19 pandemic. That conversation has intensified in the last month, so I felt it was time for me to respond. There were 2 high-profile social gatherings in September. Clark County Today covered both events. Our photos revealed that many of the attendees at each event chose not to wear a mask. There was strong engagement on both stories from many of you who expressed anger and disappointment for those who attended the events without a mask. You predicted a spike in COVID-19 cases in Clark County. Well, Clark County public health officials confirmed Thursday there is no link to a spike in cases to those 2 high-profile events. I choose to wear a mask on the rare occasion I am in public. But I'm not going to tell you that you have to wear one, and Clark County Today is not going to be the mask police. No news organization should give itself that authority, and you shouldn't ask them to.
All right, thanks so much for that, Ken. If you have opinions, and who doesn't these days, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can see when stories are posted and be part of the lively conversation about what's happening in your community. Well, today marks what should be the final weekday of the northbound interstate bridge closure on I-5. Washington State Department of Transportation says traffic volumes on I-5 in Vancouver have been about half of normal pre-pandemic levels during the closure, and things have gone more smoothly than feared, though today was certainly a bit rough. The closure, which was done to replace a massive trunnion in the northbound lift span, is expected to wrap up Sunday night, though one lane southbound across the bridge will be closed through October 1st. That's to install a new concrete median Now, by the way, it does take a couple of days for the concrete to cure, and that's why you might see lane closures across the bridge, but no crews. You can read more details on the project at interstatebridge.org. Drivers in North Clark County should plan for some lane shifts and flaggers at Northeast 299th Street and McBride Road during work starting Monday and continuing through next Thursday. Crews will be adding left turn lanes in both directions along SR 503 north of Battleground. The safety improvement measures will use the existing pavement width to maximize resources while improving safety and mobility there. The work is weather dependent. For more info, check out our full story at clarkcountytoday.com. Well, Kelly Groen Siekman lost her brother to a heroin overdose. Unfortunately, his situation is far from unique. From 2012 to 2016, more than 3,300 people in Washington alone died of opioid-related causes. Now, Groen Siekman works as a prevention specialist with Vancouver's Prevent Coalition to change that pattern in partnership with Educational Services District 112 and the Washington State Healthcare Authority. Prevent is joining a statewide Honest Conversations information campaign. Honest conversations are really key, Groen Siekman told us. Experts say children who have parents that talk with them about drugs and substance abuse are about half as likely to use. The Prevent Coalition is grant-funded, nearing its fourth year of operation. With the ongoing pandemic, the organization has had to go virtual with many resources and conversations. You can learn more by visiting clarkcountytoday.com. Well, the only member of the Oregon Symphony who doesn't live in Oregon is Clarice Atcherson. The Camas native says violin is her passion, both performing and teaching. And most amazingly, the violin she plays is 280 years old. In the era of COVID, Clarice has adapted her teaching. She recently held a recital outside her Camas home where roughly half of her 30 students performed for family and friends. Great stuff. To read more about Clarice and her ancient violin, head on over to clarkcountytoday.com to read the full story and hear the full interview. Finally, this evening, a bit of reflection. On Sunday, Clark County Today will celebrate our 4th anniversary after initially launching on September 27th, 2016. So keep an eye out this weekend for a presentation showcasing how we've progressed since then. In just the past year, traffic to our news website has grown by 258%. In the last 6 months, we've had highs of more than 202,000 unique visitors and as many as 788,000 total page views in 1 month. In the past year, we also expanded our Clark County Today updates to 5 days a week, and our staff has now grown to 8 dedicated professionals. It isn't an overnight success story, but we could not have done it without you, and we encourage you to read all about it Sunday at clarkcountytoday.com. All right, that's our update for this Friday. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll be back with you again on Monday.